Raids have been reported in several cities as President Donald Trump follows through on his promise to stop irregular migration. Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, joined operations in Chicago, where irregular migrants and their families aren't the only ones in fear of the enforcement effort.
Early morning raids in Chicago carried out as part of nationwide operations. These images of what the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency called targeted raids had an immediate effect across the city. In the city's Little Village neighborhood, known as the Mexico of the Midwest, the streets were noticeably quieter than usual, and not just because of the frigid temperatures.
It's fear. Many here have watched the news and people are very afraid. I think it's that, and yes, also the temperature, that it is very cold. I think it's a mixture of both.
Matter of fact, there's a friend of mine, she is usually on the next block over, and she's not here no more. She's a vendor, and she's not here. And I noticed a couple other vendors, they're not around. More than less likely, they're probably undocumented and they're afraid to come out.
It's what President Trump said that is affecting a lot of businesses. There are people who are afraid to go shopping or visit restaurants because they are scared of those things.
For many restaurant employees, it's already noticeable.
By now, there should be more people here. There should be more movement. It has been like this since Inauguration Day, but there was a decrease even before with less people here. It feels strange on the streets. People are more stressed. Many don't know what might happen tomorrow.
A question that many business owners are also asking themselves. Some are already raising the alarm.
Businesses, we have heard from several that about 50 to 60% loss, the amount of people who are coming in. Usually this is a slower time of the year, but it's been way slower than normal time, right? And if people aren't coming in, then business owners are going to be faced with that difficult decision of whether they, cut some of their employees or maybe cut a shift so that they close early.
All right, Shalom. All praise and glory goes out to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kaha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom and salutations to the elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And there you have it, man. Trump has started, doing ultimately what Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has, ordained him to do, through the Spirit, judging you tribes, that fear America, fear Donald Trump, fear these Edomites and what they can do to you, which really and truly they can't do anything to you. It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that makes them do these things. So he's the one that you should be in fear of. You should be, or people should be in a spirit where, like it is what it is. If that's what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not something to strike fear into people, but it goes back to Egypt, that spirit of Egypt. And America is modern day Egypt as well, spiritually, or people want to be in Egypt, They have built their life, in Babylon the Great, so-called immigrants. But it's funny to say that they're immigrants when it's really their land. The tribe of Issachar, the land of Mexico, is a part of what we call today United States of America. So that whole land belongs to the natives and also the Issacharites as well. All the Americas, it's our land. But here it is, we live in a time where our people are being deported from their own land, because they're subject to the curses. We're all subject to the curses, and it's not something that has been turned off, and this is just an aspect of the curses as well. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15, and it says, shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall fall upon thee, and there are many curses, and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, cursed shalt thou be in the field, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Right? And they're talking about the businesses being affected, vendors, people that may have been selling on the streets or have their little shops. All of those things are cursed right now. Even more than before, because they have to go in hiding. They're in fear of being deported back to their home country. And it says, the fruits of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Right? So this is what's taking place right now. It's a whole. These curses are these curses are loaded. They affect many different things. You can use it to explain this scenario that our people might be going through, or you can use it to explain what's happening now, right? Because our people don't trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai, as it says. They don't hearken unto him. Ultimately, they were made to go off and do these things, according to prophecy. But that's what's taking place right now. The curses are eating them, right? And nothing is going to change until Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yahweh Shai returns, and the saints take the kingdom, and the world is refreshed, renewed in righteousness. The tribes are going to suffer because this man, Donald Trump, he's a wicked king. He's doing a lot of things right now, and he's striking fear in the people. But this is for you people that are preaching Latinas for Trump, Hispanics for Trump, whatever. This is for you, and the Negroes for Trump. Y'all are not gonna get away either. The head tribe, which is Judah. Destruction is coming for you too. You may feel proud and feel safe in a certain way because you're born in the States, unlike a lot of the tribes, which a lot of the tribes are born in Babylon the Great as well, but predominantly Judah, so-called Negroes, the head tribe. But nothing is gonna change until, let me get this precept. This is Amos chapter 9. And I'll read verse 14, and it says, I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards and drink wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruits of them. I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled out of their land, which I have given them, saith Yahweh thy power. And this is the type of intervention that you people need. And this will not be in reality until the prophecies are fulfilled. The slaying of the Lord will be many. Many of you Issacharites are gonna die. You Benjamites, you Simeonites, you Ephraimites, all the tribes are gonna suffer terrible deaths. Terrible deaths are coming. According to the prophecies. And you will not stop going through suffering until the saints take the kingdom. Until Yahweh Shemel Shai places us back into our land that we will not be pulled out of ever again. So this is just funny to see, sad as well, but you people deserve it because your spirit is not on Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's not your priority, and you're subject to what Yahweh Shemel Shai makes your spirit do. So unfortunately, 2/3 are going to do what 2/3 do, and 2/3 are going to receive 2/3 judgment, you know, and the ones of the elect, the ones of the hopeful elect, are going to continue on in hope and faith, and being vigilant and watching the times and waiting on Yahweh Shemel Shai to deliver us, to give us that salvation, to appear, with the strangeness of our salvation, which is going to be strange for the 2/3 and strange for the heathens. But the elect have been waiting for deliverance. The elect could give two fucks if they're in Babylon the Great or not. It's whatever the will of the Lord is. I do understand it's a terrible thing. It does strike fear because Yahweh Shemel Shai is striking that fear into these people. So it's not that fear is not there, but Esau is not the one that's to be feared. It's the one that is controlling Esau, because Esau is merely a tool, and that's what the wicked is. The wicked is a sword of Yahweh Shemel Shai, executes judgment on you tribes, executes oppression on you tribes, and so on and so forth. So it's Yahweh Shemel Shai is the one that's to be feared, and not these devils. Because these devils have no power. They only do what the Heavenly Father ordains them to do through his spirit and power, But let me see what else is here in this video.
So it's going to have a heavy economic impact.
And apart from customers not coming in, there are other economic concerns. There are estimates that half of all of those working in the restaurant industry in the state of Illinois, where Chicago is located, are migrants themselves, and especially those who don't have their paperwork. It's a fear that they might try to avoid their workplaces, thinking that not only some customers, but also they themselves might be victims of these raids.
Well, DW's Benjamin Alvarez.
The tribes, starting with Benjamin first and foremost. Benjamin has a spirit where they like to run away and overstay and stay in the country for years, not looking back without any papers. Likewise, the northern tribe do the same thing sometimes. They move to the States and not sort their paperwork out. But now it's catching up to them, because Scripture also tells us to obey the laws of the land. So you should move with wisdom within your rights of what you can do. If you have a certain time period that you can stay in the country, you do that. Also, if there's things you can do to help your status, you do that. But never you give Esau the opportunity to send you away, to deport you, to remove you from a land that's yours, because Yahweh Shemel Shai will make the judgment happen, So the scriptures tell us everything that we need to know, even it's something as simple as that, obeying the laws of the land, staying within, things, as long as it doesn't go against the commandments, commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You do what's necessary within the lines of the laws of the world, right? Obviously, if the law is to eat pork, we're not going to do stuff like that, for example. But anything that's not against the law, right? We abide by that. And this is just a result of that. Devil is coming down on you people. He has a short time. Yahweh Shemel Shai is speeding things up more and more. He's trying to, decrease, the population as well, or the population in the United States to have more control, So this is all a part of their plan and agenda to try to, MAG, make America great again, which that will never happen, What's going to happen is Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to make Yasharallah great again, MAY, or that's not even correct, but you get what I'm saying. Like, so this devil, he imagines a very vain thing, but right now, currently, our people are, are suffering because of, their love and clinging to Egypt, because they don't call on Yahweh Hashem Shai. Their hope is in Egypt and what it can provide. And that should not be at the forefront of your mind. The forefront should be Yahweh Hashem Shai first. Then you can be users of Egypt. It's a spiritual thing, but these people have it backwards. So this is just a form of judgment on you people. There was a plane that landed in Jamaica recently with the first set of deportees. And Esau knows where you people are. All he has to do is do searches and require documents to see if you're valid. What status are you there on, So that's all I got to say on this. Just trust in Yahweh Hashem El Shai. Have faith and patience. We're almost out of here. Shalom.